doing?
Yes, I'm well, ma'am. What's about you, ma'am? Thank you for asking.
I'm also fit and fine after talking to you because you are my guest and I think you are new face on YouTube because
Yes,
we have never connected before. So tell me about yourself.
yes, ma'am.
After that, viewer can notice about you.
Yes, ma'am. My name is Aradhna Misra. I'm from Jharkhand, but I'm currently living in Durgapur with my husband because he is working here. And we talk about my qualifications. I have completed my AMCOM, and along my degree, I have good knowledge DCA and Tally. And my hobbies are planting and listening music. That's it about me, ma'am. And what's about you, ma'am?
Glad to hear you. Okay, dear. So, as my viewers know about me, I'm Anjali Giri. I'm from Haryana. And as far as concerned my qualifications, so I have done my B.Ed. And along with this, I cleared my TET exams related to teaching eligibility test. And yes, my hobbies are to listening, watching, and every content in English whenever I get time. So I try to give my time, spare my time with my family members. Yeah, that's all about me.
Nice, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It's my first conversation video. That's why I feel very nervous, and I'm beginner. I'm not intermediate. I'm not advanced. I'm just learning this language. So that's why I'm fumbling and make mistake. But you don't mind, ma'am.
Okay, no, dear, I would never mind. Actually, what happens when it was my first time? So I was shivering. So that was my first video. But now I have done my practice with talking to people. So I'm feeling comfortable. So in
Yes,
your case, don't be hesitate because still we are learners. Don't say I'm a beginner or I'm upper intermediate because still those people are advanced level at advanced level, so still they are learning, so please don't be hesitate. So Aradhna, can you tell me about your journey, because I'm thrilled to know about your journey. How did you learn this language?
yes, ma'am. Where I started my journey in 2022 January. That time I couldn't understand anything. At least I couldn't know about will and was, where we put was and will. Then it was very what moment for me, and then I decided to myself, no, I have to learn this language. And my elder sister, my husband, and my brother, they helped me a lot. And after then my sister enrolled one English session, which is the Fluent Life application. And that then I improved myself, and I started learning English. Then after completed my course, I was realized, no, it is not beneficial. I have to work on myself, and I have to improve my self with my own. I have to practice more and more, then I will improve more and more. But platform helped me a lot. I'm not saying not it is not beneficial, but it is beneficial. Not a lot, but it is beneficial. Like a 3 month, I did that course for 3 months only, ma'am. Because that time I feel very uh, because I couldn't make a single sentences. I only spoke like two three sentences through the television, through the series. I don't know how are you. I know only these type of sentences. That's it about me, ma'am. Then I still I learn in this language.
That's great. Glad to hear you. Actually, dear, what happens? People always say, if you take my course for 3 months, so you will become fluent. And no matters how much you are spending, like 10,000, 13,000. Instead of this, if you will not have any proper guidance, so you can't learn anything. You can learn this language by yourself, but the foremost thing is your proper guidance. If
Yes.
your proper guidance is your insight, for example, I'm beginner, I don't know how to improve and how to speak this language, and I take just a course. If within 3 months I will become fluent, so
I
it's not.
agree with you because we can't fluent in this language within 3 months. It is a long time process, and it will take time. Then we will improve. Then we will speak fluently.
And don't make yourself frustrated because some people do it. For 3 months, I will never eat anything or I will leave this thing. So, no, I will not meet anyone. They do. But in my point of view, don't make yourself frustrated. So, by this way, you can enjoy your journey while learning English. So, you can enjoy your journey no matters how much time you're devoting. Because in my time, I used to give sometimes 4 hours, 5 hours, and I decided myself,
On in
yes,
this language, you
yes,
spend 5 hours every day.
right, right, every day. And in my initial days, I used to feel headache, severe headache, because that time I wasn't habitual to speak this language.
Yes,
But
ma'am.
now my mouth muscles are becoming habitual to speak this language. So yeah, that's it from my side. So Radna, my second question is, tell me about any sad part which have you faced in your life related to this language. Yes.
It is very. I feel lots of. I felt lots of things about embarrassing in this for this language. One day, my husband and his friend went to one place. Then his friends he told us we should go there. Their interior is very beautiful. That time I couldn't understand meaning of should. I thought should. Then I feel what meaning of should. Then I am asked to my husband what's meaning of these sentences. Then he told me कि मुझे जाना चाहिए हमें वहाँ जाना चाहिए वहाँ की इंटीरियर बहुत अच्छी है. That time I feel very sad, embarrassing on myself कि why I am not to understand this language, these sentences. And second thing is. Lots of things, ma'am. I'm faced lots of problem on this in this journey.
Yes, dear, you are saying right. Because when we can't speak English, so that time, firstly, the foremost thing, English language gives us respect. in
Yes.
my situation in my situation also, I have faced some interview rejection, and sometimes I used to go for an interview, so I got rejected over there. So that's why I decided
Two
I have
reviews.
this language.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
I also rejected in two interview because my sister is motivated me a lot. No, you have to learn this language. You can speak because this is just language because she's very fluent in English and she always motivate me. No, you have to learn this language. Then I decide to know I have to learn this language. Now I'm capable to understand
Yes.
anything. I can't speak properly, but I can understand everything.
Okay, that's great, dear. So Radha, my third question is, which two habits do you want to remove from your life?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, I want to remove my late night sleeping, and because I sleep very late night, it is not good for my health, and I facing lots of disease because of this habit. And second thing is, ma'am, yes, because I am not a confident person. Whenever I talk with any strangers, I start very fumbling and I feel very nervous. I'm not, I don't speak very uh, confidently. So that's why I want to remove this habit, ma'am.
Okay.
These two habits.
Okay, that's great to hear you. Actually, what happens when we feel कि I have to remove this habit? Sometimes we make promise to ourselves.
But
Before New Year, we take resolution. We will not do this thing or we will not do that thing. But when we fix our mind, when we set our mind, so we can achieve anything. So, Radna, any questions from your side for me?
yes, ma'am. I want to ask one question. When you started your journey, ma'am, and what's your beginner when you were in a beginner? So what are you facing that time?
So it's very captivating story which I want to share with you. when I started learning this language. So I didn't know how to speak, how to improve this language. So once my husband scolded me, you are having all degrees, but you can't able to speak properly and you don't know English language. So what's the worth of your degrees and all? So that day triggered me a lot. I cried whole night. And from next day, I just picked my phone up. I started doing my practice and I don't know how to join, even on YouTube. So I found one number, one of my friends, and she is very good friend. She is very good friend. So that time I talked to her. So she motivated me a lot. And that time you won't believe I was shivering because I had knowledge of grammar, but I didn't know how to make sentence correctly. So I was trying a lot, but I couldn't make sentences properly. So then my friend said, can you speak in English? You can do it. You can learn this language. I thought might be she's showing sympathy. हम
Yes, ma'am.
sympathy दिखाते हैं कई लोगों को कि you can do it. So in my case, I was thinking same thing, but I did it for 1 day, again 7 days. So I used to feel headache. Sometime my husband scolded me. Why are you doing practice so much? Till 11 p.m. I used to do my practice with my co-learners. And suddenly, out of the blue, I made with Anisha ma'am. She is also a YouTuber. And at that time, she told me about one group, and that group is only for females. Instantly, I joined that group and I started doing my practice. And still, I'm doing practice with that group, and yeah, that group helped me a lot. Yeah, it was my beginner stage, and in my beginning time, so people used to like talk to me. I would never deny, she never talked to me, so they talked to me but only for 5 minutes, because I used to give my all time for thinking what would be the next sentence. Even though I was not good listener, I would be in hurry. I have to say this sentence. और
Yes,
जो वो
same.
क्वेश्चन पूछेंगे तो उसके बाद मेरा आंसर क्या होगा. That's what I used to think. But now I have done my practice. So it's been 7 to 8 months consistently. So I'm doing my practice. Yeah, that's it.
You're right, ma'am. Motivation is very important thing in any on especially on in this journey, because when sometimes we feel demotivated, no, we can't do. It is very hard. It is very difficult to. So no, it is very important to someone who motivate us. Then it is very important thing, because my sister, my husband, and my brother, these three motivate me a lot. Then now I speak broken English.
Okay, no need to think about broken English, even though if we can understand. So we are good speaker, we are good listener, even though we can understand. But in my point of view, whenever you feel mundane, monotonous, so take your break for 1 day, for 2 days, you can take whatever you want. Because I told you, we shouldn't pressurize ourselves.
Yes, ma'am.
Otherwise, it can make us frustrated. So, yeah, in my point of view, you can take your break for 1 day, and I always do it. Whenever I feel I don't feel like doing my practice, so just I take 1 day, and from next day I start with new energy or with new things. Yeah, that's it.
Yes, ma'am. You are right, ma'am. Because we are I'm not a regular consistency in this language. Sometimes I listen, but I listen every day, 10 to 20 minutes. Something English podcast, any English content, I listen every day. And sometimes I talk with my co-learners. So I also practice on that on that group with my co-learner, ma'am. But not I'm consistent, like I skip 1 day, 2 days, then I start my restart, then I consistent 1 month, then 1 month 15 days, then I break my consistencies. It is not good, but I have to consistent every day. I will try to do practice every day, ma'am.
Yes. So, dear, in a nutshell, I would love to share with you every man is the architect of his future. If once we decide, so we can achieve everything. But firstly, we should have gumption to achieve your goals. If we decide only for 2 days, 2 days, 3 days, so it will not be working. What we think, so we have to finish it, put it aside, and do different things. Yeah, that's it from my side. And Aradhana, so now it's time to wrap up our session. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
we'll
Thank you,
connect
ma'am.
again. Yeah,
Yes.
we will connect again and we will decide or we will discuss some topics. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for connecting with me.